welcome to the largest private residence in all of America. Biltmore Estate has over 250 rooms as well as over 175,000 square feet, so there's a lot to explore on this property, and we're going to take you around the next few days. Come on inside. Welcome to our room here. This is the premier king room at the inn on Biltmore Estate, and it is a stunning room. Check it out. It's just absolutely gorgeous in terms of all the little touches. All of the space in here is super nice. We have a little lounger by the window where you can just relax and read a book. And we also have a little seat over here. And the bathroom is also pretty big. So we have inside of here a little getting ready area for whoever might need it. And then we have a nice big shower in here. So lots of good stuff. It's a really spacious room, especially for two people. You will have more than enough space. And then we have one sink over here. They do give you robes as well if you want to use that during your stay.
First impressions, now that we've arrived, it's beautiful out here. It's so peaceful. We're just like, we unloaded stuff in our room, came down here, beautiful green hills all around us. There's flowers everywhere. We walked outside, there's like a little bonfire area with a swing or a tree swing. All right, we're gonna try this. Whee! Oh boy, we found a swing. Never felt like a child. Swinging with one hand's a little scary though. I'm really excited to see what the property has in store. There's just so much history here, so excited to be bringing you around for the next few days. We're currently eating lunch at the library lounge. I decided to go for the burger. It looks phenomenal. This is the smash burger and they just switched menus. So we also have the watermelon salad, which we're super excited. Like I said, they just switched to the summer menu. So you get all of this fresh food. And they were telling us most of the food was grown here on the estate. So it was really cool to see that it's such a massive property. They have animals all over the place. We heard that there's like 5 different types of mint bushes out here. So we're here at the end, so you get to look over the entire property, and it's honestly a beautiful little spot. You can sit outside on the other side of the lounge. We're inside the library area, which right next to the bookshelves, G's favorite thing. And I will say the service already has been ridiculous. Our servers, like, I've never heard someone describe a food and make me want to eat it so bad. So it's been a very nice little start to the vacation. We're here at the Antler Hill Farm. It's pretty fun. There's all kinds of We're now here at the Antler Hill Barn. It's pretty cool. You can go and they have a bunch of different animals here that you can explore. They have some horseshoes that you can go hang out, and it's right next to the bike barn to where you can go up, rent some bikes. They have a bunch of mountain biking trails that you can go explore, as well as the one that we want to do is you ride right along and you get to the lagoon, and it's right under Biltmore House. So really, really cool that you can explore so much of the property. They do have regular mountain bikes, or they have e-bikes, which is what we opted for, just because it starts to get a little warm in the afternoon. And one thing to note is the weather here does change quite often, but it seems to be in the mornings is the best time to do all of your tours and adventures and biking, because that's when the weather is best. In the afternoon, typically because we are in the mountains, is when the weather starts to roll in. But we're having a lot of fun. We're gonna head over to the next spot. So we're staying here at the inn on Biltmore Estate. It's actually been a Forbes 4-star for the past 24 years, which is just incredible. And we can totally understand why. The inside is magnificent. It offers these gorgeous views of the Blue Ridge Mountains right behind here. And one really nice thing is, since we are staying on the estate, we get to have access to everything else a little bit longer. So we can watch sunrise from here. We can watch the sunset, where they close the gate at night. So most people don't have access to these different pieces of it. Really nice as well, because they have shuttle service. If we want to take the shuttle down to the village, grab food, go to the winery, it's so easy to get access to that Or on a beautiful day like today, we decided to just walk down there. It's about a 15 to 20 minute walk to get to the village, and we're actually gonna head down there for dinner right now. But sunset tonight is at 9 p.m., so we're hoping to get some dinner, come back up. We're hoping for a beautiful evening here tonight at the inn on the Biltmore Estate.
So in the entrance to the winery, you walk through this little underground tunnel filled with all these beautiful lights, and you get to learn all about the history of the winemaking here. I think it's super cool that there's all these little hidden passageways. So here on property, they have complimentary wine tastings, and you get to choose 5 different wines from the menu at the bar. And so you can choose whites, reds, or their rosé, or mix and match. So I'm gonna mix and match a little bit, try a little bit of each, but it's super awesome that they give you complimentary tastings. There's also a wine bar where you can just go sit and order some food and order some wines by the glass. So we're really excited to kind of dive into the wine here on Biltmore Estate. We are sadly on our last wine. So I did the Sauvignon Blanc, it was okay. I loved the Riesling. I think that was my favorite one. And then I also really loved the Rosé. I just had the Tempranillo right before this. We switched over to some red wine, and that one was a nice, like, easy, juicy drinker. And I'm finishing on the Cabernet Sauvignon. So let's see how it is. That's nice, very good. We are now here at the Bistro. This is one of the many restaurants here on property, and this is the spot to come for if you are in the mood for a steak. So I got a petite filet mignon. They also have ribeye and some lamb shanks. Steven's trying the scallops tonight, and it's definitely one of the nice restaurants if you have a special occasion, want to come celebrate something. It's got a gorgeous little ambiance out here with all of these little hanging lights, and it's perfect weather out here. They do close at 8 o'clock right now, so having a nice 6 or 7 o'clock reservation would definitely be recommended if you want to enjoy some sunshine out here. But we're gonna get started, enjoy our cocktails, and we'll let you know how the food is.
We just finished up dinner here at the Bistro. It was honestly phenomenal. If you guys are looking for a really nice date night spot, the wine pairing with it, because we tried a ton of the wines earlier, was honestly really enjoyable to be able to get another glass or try some other ones, because the wines that we did in the tasting are different than the ones that are on the menu in there. It's currently like 8 o'clock. The sun is still out. Everything looks golden. I feel like it's a completely different vibe here once the crowds start to simmer down. Since we are staying here at the inn, we are just gonna grab the shuttle back. We're gonna relax, enjoy the sunset, and then tomorrow we have a full day exploring Biltmore House.
Good morning. It is officially day 2 here at the inn on Biltmore Estate, and we are starting off this morning with a lovely breakfast here at the inn. You can either choose to have the a la carte menu, or you can go to the buffet.
Beautiful. And you still have an omelet coming? Yeah. Oh!
We have arrived here at Biltmore House. We're super excited. We're gonna do one of the self-paced audio tours. We expect to spend a couple of hours exploring inside the property. This is, just his Vanderbilt's summer cottage, if you will. It is absolutely massive. The architecture is insane just on first impressions of it. We're super excited to go in and explore. We definitely recommend making sure you pre-book your tickets a little bit in advance, since it's already 10 a.m. and it's already popping. So super popular. We're really excited to go see everything inside.
So we went through and did the first little section of Biltmore House so far, and already it's insane. I think one of my favorite parts is all the architecture, like even the smallest little details. I feel like you can cruise through very quickly, but they give you these little phone guides. So in each room, there's a ton of history, there's a ton of architecture, and I honestly feel if you don't take the time to listen to it, you miss out on a ton. Like we just walked through the music room, and that's actually where they stored a ton of World War II precious art pieces because the US was nervous about like an imminent attack. So they moved a lot of like these Rembrandt paintings and just different magical pieces of art into here, put up steel doors, and that was like how esteemed Biltmore House was, because it's kind of in this hidden area out here in North Carolina. But it's a beautiful day. We're outside right now taking in the views, and then we're gonna head back in and continue going. But so far, like I said, 10 out of 10. It's just such a beautiful place. We just finished up our little guided tour here through Biltmore House. It was absolutely incredible, and it kind of had some different pieces to it. So in the very beginning, you start off going through the inside of it, like the dining hall, you go through the music hall, and then you make it to all of the rooms. You get to see the main 2 rooms where they stayed, and I loved the guided tour because they, like I said, they tell you so much about the history of it. It took us about 90 minutes to go through, and I feel like I listened to basically every single different voice talk that happened throughout the entire guided tour. I will say that if you really want to take in all the paintings, and if you're a history buff or an art buff, I think that you could spend 2 to 3 hours in there, but I would gauge probably around 90 minutes to 2 hours for you to make it through and see everything. The last part of the tour was super interesting because you get to see the swimming pool, you get to see where the gym used to be, where all the servants lived, and kind of like the underground piece of it. So very different than what you see when you first walk into Biltmore House. But this is just the main area. We are now going to be heading down to the garden, which is a whole separate spot. And I will say there's a whole bunch of different tours you can do here. We just did the basic one. The grounds here are just absolutely incredible. It's like a beautiful bluebird day. I am mind blown, you guys. We're currently just walking through this little tree tunnel. There's a fountain right next to us with the music. I don't know what else you could want. We've never been somewhere like this. It honestly feels like you're walking in a different country. Like, this feels very European, and it makes sense because this was made with a lot of French architecture inspiration. So yeah, just absolutely stunning. This is definitely one spot you need to add to your bucket list.
We are now here exploring the garden on Biltmore Estate. You can either walk down here or you can take a shuttle that runs every 10 to 15 minutes or so. But we are starting here in the greenhouse, and it is absolutely stunning. There's different themed rooms. So there's like a cold room, there's a hot room, there's an orchid room. Right now we're standing in a little hall of some tropical plants. So it's definitely really cool. There's a ton of roses outside, which we'll get to as we go and continue exploring here. But it is so beautiful in these greenhouses, and they're massive. So you could definitely take a lot of extra time just exploring these and going in and up the aisle here. So we definitely recommend, if you're exploring Biltmore House, checking out the garden area as well.
So we're just finished up here inside of the garden. It was so beautiful, you guys. Like G said earlier, they have the little greenhouse area, and then they have this massive area to explore filled with roses. I think during the spring, if you come, you probably see even more flowers, but we're here at the end of June, early July, and there's still a ton of roses all over the place. We spent the early afternoon here. We are on our way to the stables now to go and grab some lunch.
So we finished up our time at the garden. We're now grabbing lunch here at the Stable Cafe on Biltmore Estate. We highly recommend making a reservation. If you don't already have one, you're gonna be looking at, usually if it's busy midday, at least over an hour wait. So definitely do that in advance if you are gonna come and visit. It's super popular for a reason. There's lots on the menu that looks amazing. We'll show you exactly what we tried out here, but I'm excited. I got the cornbread, a strawberry salad, and a chicken salad croissant. The cool thing about this is the actual stables where they used to keep the horses on property, and they converted it into a restaurant. So you're getting a little piece of the Biltmore history in here.
So we are now here at the King Tut exhibit. This is right here at the Amherst House. It's pretty cool because they have a bunch of different rotating exhibitions that come through. This is the one they have now, and it is an exact replica of what you will find in Egypt. So it's honestly really cool to see the history, to see all the different things that they found inside there. They have you watch this little video. It's very, very similar to what you experience over at Biltmore House, where you have a little piece that you can hold up and tells you a little bit about it. But would definitely recommend checking these out, especially if you're staying at the inn. It's a perfect little spot to go check out Biltmore House and then take the shuttle down here and check out whatever exhibition they have on at the moment. We've been absolutely loving our stay here, and if you're local to the East Coast or anywhere near Asheville, there's actually something called Biltmore's Annual Pass, which gives you 10% off stays here at the inn or at the Village Hotel, as well as you save on dinings or any of the excursions, especially if you want to do the King Tut exhibit, or if you want to come during Christmas, which is apparently the best time to come, is what everyone says is very magical here. If you want all of that, we would definitely recommend checking out the Biltmore Annual Pass. We'll go ahead and link it down there below, especially if you're a local. And if you aren't local, but you still want to come experience the magic of Biltmore, Biltmore actually hooked it up and gave us a 10% code for you guys, so you can get 10% off your stay here at the inn and enjoy all the magic. All you have to do is use code MEDIA2025 to get that, and we'll go ahead and link all the details down below. I thought we would tell you what our favorite part has been so far. It's really hard to narrow down because there's been so many different things that we've done, but I will say the first thing that comes to mind is the service here has been ridiculous, you guys. We keep asking ourselves, like, is this normal? Because everyone here is so sweet and so nice. We literally have the shuttle driver went out of her way and was like, here, I'm gonna show you the best sunset spot. Like the smallest little things like that to just go above and beyond. And outside of that, I would definitely say visiting Biltmore House is hands down the coolest part. Between the gardens and the views and the atmosphere and just the architecture of the area, that's definitely one thing. Whether you come and stay here or if you just come for a day trip, you need to make sure you experience that and grab at least one drink or a meal here inside the library out on the veranda during sunset. It's just chef kiss.
So we are having our first course here at the dining room, and I have got the most recommended dish, which is the she crab soup. They come and they pour in the broth on top of it and do a fun little presentation. They also give us this little complimentary glass of sherry to have with it. You can either pour it in or sip it on the side to complement the flavors. So we're gonna see how that goes. I have ordered the ratatouille. We've got an array of things ordered at this table. Some other things that they top recommended was the lamb and the filet mignon for your first course if you are going to be dining here. So very excited. The service is absolutely phenomenal. The wine, the cocktails, the presentation, everything is a 10 out of 10. That's nice. Yeah.
You gotta put the sherry in it. Pour the sherry.
I don't want to pour the sherry. I want to sip the sherry.
Does it change the flavor?
It goes from like a nice savory to a sweet.
Really? Mm-hmm. Out of all the places that we've gone, I would say you have to eat at the inn. Yes, Biltmore House has amazing stuff. I'm sure Asheville has a lot of stuff, but the vibe in here with the music and the service and the lights and like watching the sunset go down, like, I don't know if it can get much better. If you need a good date night on your perfect weekend here in Asheville, North Carolina, go up, start at the veranda, ask for Brie, get a delicious drink, and then mosey your way on down here and have a really nice meal. Good morning. Today is our last day here staying at the inn, and we woke up to an absolutely beautiful day. It's so cool to see in the morning. There's so many different types of people here that are enjoying Biltmore Estate. We see so many families out here that grabbed some coffee in the lobby. They're walking around the beautiful grounds, taking in the little cloud inversion we got this morning. And then there's also a bunch of couples. There's some people over here sitting down. It's like very romantic. I literally just asked them, hey, can I take a photo of you? Because it's just such a beautiful scene out here. But we're gonna go grab some breakfast right now. And then today we're gonna be going falconing.
And for the 5 handlers, we will teach you how to properly and safely handle a bird of prey. We will work with Sam Adams here, get you comfortable with him. Then for the flying today.
Come on.
boy. Oh, what a cutie. Oh, he's way harder than the last one.
Open your thumb.
Wow.
That fruit out of there.
All right, we just got back from Falconry and it was such a cool experience. If there's one excursion you have to do while you are out here exploring, whether it's the weekend or the midday, I would definitely recommend doing the Falconry. And there's a couple different times. You can do the 9 a.m., you can do the noon, or you can do the 2 p.m. or 2:30. And I will say, I would personally recommend either doing the morning because it'll be a little bit cooler, especially during the summer, or we recommend doing the later afternoon one at 2:30, mostly because you get the opportunity to also see the owl take flight because they fly 2 different birds every single time you go out on the excursion. So we got to see the 2 hawks go flying, which was so cool. It was kind of surreal when they landed on you. We've never done anything like that, even though we've traveled all around the world. And the only one that we didn't get to see take flight was the owl because they are nocturnal. They told us though that they have taught the owl to kind of take flight later in the day and they fly at 3 p.m. So if you guys can sign up for the 2:30 Falconry excursion, then you will have the opportunity to see the barred owl fly. So overall though, such a fun experience. It's an absolutely stunning day out today. The weather here just could not get any better. Unfortunately, we will be leaving today, but we're gonna try and finish off with a little bike ride to the lagoon. We are gonna go ahead and pack up, head downstairs, and get moving on. But yeah, so far, this is the perfect way to explore an area right outside of Asheville. So we're now here in the wine bar. It's actually right across the street from the complimentary wine spot. So you can buy all the wines over there. You can go and do the free wine tasting. We decided to come in. We ordered a little charcuterie board and it's honestly a really nice atmosphere. It's so different because yesterday when we came in on Sunday, it honestly wasn't too busy. Today it's a Monday and it's honestly really popping in here. We think it's because it's July 4th week, so everyone's in here relaxing, enjoying the beautiful weather. But we ordered a bottle of the Riesling in here, so we're gonna be enjoying a nice little summer drink. It's very nice and crisp, delicious. And the charcuterie board arrived. Look at this.
Right here.
Oh my goodness.
So we picked up our bikes from the bike barn and we chose to do e-bikes. It's definitely a lot easier depending on the trail here. They also have regular mountain bikes, but we love a good e-bike. It is about $50 for an e-bike rental for 2 hours. And we are deciding to do the Lagoon Trail. So we're gonna bike down. The Lagoon's one of the best areas to see the back of Biltmore House. So see you there.
We just biked over here to the lagoon and you get this insane view of Biltmore House. You can actually bike all over the place. There's so many different trails, whether you want to do mountain biking and dirt. We're just on a nice paved trail and they even have e-bikes, they have tandem bikes, they have regular bikes, but so many people out exploring. We're gonna continue along this road and then be able to see Biltmore House from a completely different angle, but the weather's absolutely stunning and so peaceful. If you didn't want to bike, you could even drive to the Lagoon Park, set up a little picnic. It's a perfect little way to spend a Tuesday afternoon. We just got back from our bike ride and it was so much fun. I will say I would recommend getting the electric e-bikes just because you do go uphill around 300 to 400 feet right before you reach Biltmore House. You can leave your bikes there. You can do the same exact tour that we did yesterday. We opted to just relax, take in the view, stop by the flowers, and then make our way back down. And we ended off with the Creamery. You guys, this ice cream is so good. We've been hearing about it from everyone. It seems like they've all said, have you been to the Creamery? Have you gone? And on a hot summer day, it was phenomenal. We've tried a bunch of different flavors. I think we tried 6 different flavors, but out of all of them, the vanilla might be one of the best vanillas that we've ever had. It's just so rich and creamy. They said that the recipe has been here for a long time. They haven't changed it basically since the beginning of it. We have a beautiful view of the Blue Ridge Mountains behind us. It's a sunny day. We got a little appetizer from the Creamery. I mean, does it get any better?
So what was everybody's favorite thing?
I really enjoyed Falconry. What about you, Maggie?
I really enjoyed the bike ride.
What about you, Jeep?
Oh man.
You want to take off your sunglasses for
both.
this?
I love
What about you, Steven?
Yeah, what was your
The Creamery.
The Creamery.
And that is it for this video. If you guys found this helpful for your next trip to Asheville, make sure to give us a like and subscribe. And don't forget, down below, we'll put all the information. So if you want to book a stay here at Biltmore Estate or explore any of the amazing things here, we put all the information down below. With that, we'll see you out there on the next adventure.